Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking you on a relaxing walk through one of the most beautiful gardens in the northeast of England, that of Wynyard Gardens. Tucked away within the historic Grand Wynyard Estate in County Durham, these gardens are a perfect blend of historic charm, natural beauty and carefully curated planting. Whether you're a garden enthusiast, a keen photographer or just looking for a peaceful spot to unwind, Wynyard Gardens has something for you. I'll guide you through its history, its highlights, and the little details that make this place so special. We'll wander through the rose beds, admire the walled garden, and discover hidden corners you might otherwise miss. So sit back, relax, and imagine yourself strolling with me through the pathways, taking in the colours, scents, and atmospheres of this tranquil garden estate. Before we dive into the gardens themselves, let's talk a little about the history behind them. The Wynyard Estate has roots in the 19th century, when it was built for a powerful Londonderry family. The centrepiece is the estate at Woodland Hall. This impressive stately home was once the grandest of houses in the northeast. The hall itself has had a fascinating past, from aristocratic gatherings to political influence to modern weddings, events and fine dining. The gardens we are exploring today were originally created to serve both practical and ornamental purposes. Like many estate gardens in Victorian and Edwardian eras, they were there to combine beauty with productivity. From fruit and vegetable plots that supplied the household kitchens to ornamental flower beds designed to impress visiting guests. In more recent years, Wynyard Gardens has been lovingly restored and open to the public to give us a chance to enjoy its historic character while also experiencing fresh plantings and design ideas. When you first step into Wynyard Gardens, the thing that strikes you is the sense of peace and scale. It feels enclosed, almost like a hidden world, yet it's vast enough to spend hours wandering about. The gardens are centred around a huge walled garden. It's one of the largest in the north of England, and inside this space you'll find carefully structured planting schemes, wide lawns and borders that change with the season. The walled garden gives you a whole piece of the sense of intimacy, with high brick walls sheltering delicate plants from the wind, creating a microclimate that allows all sorts of species to thrive. As you walk further in, you'll come across the rose gardens, water features, herbaceous borders, and little winding paths that invite exploration. The layout is a blend of formal structures, neat lines, ordered beds, and manicured lawns, alongside the more naturalistic planting that feels wild, colourful, and free-flowing. It's the combination of the two that makes Wynyard so enjoyable. You can stand back and admire the symmetry and design, but then lose yourself in the details of the individual flowers and plants. One of the joys of Wynyard Gardens is that it changes character with every season. No matter when you visit, there's always something new to discover. In spring, the walled garden bursts into life. Tulips and daffodils line the pathways, while blossom trees create clouds of white and pink above your head. It's the season of renewal. The lawns are freshly green. The herbaceous borders start waking up after winter's rest. For many visitors, this is the most uplifting time of the year, when you can feel the whole place coming to life. By summer, the gardens are at their most colourful. The rose garden in particular is a showstopper. Hundreds of varieties bloom into every shade imaginable, from soft creamy whites to rich velvety reds. The scent is intoxicating, especially on a warm day and when the air is still. Summer also brings the herb garden to life, with lavender, rosemary and thyme filling the air with fragrance. It's the perfect time to wander slowly and maybe enjoy an ice cream from the cafe afterwards. In autumn, the gardens take a deeper, richer character. The trees surrounding the estate turn a shade of amber and gold and russet, and the borders grow with late season perennials like asters and dahlias. It's also a quieter time of the year where you can really appreciate the structure of the garden without the business of the summer. Autumn light has a magical softness that makes Wynyard feel even more enchanting. And when it comes to winter, many people think the gardens close down in the colder month. Wynyard still has a charm. The walled garden feels serene, with frost outlining the branches, and winter berries standing bright against the bare stems. It's a great time to appreciate the architecture of the garden, the walls, the paths, and the evergreens that provide structure to the garden all year round. Plus, winter often means you'll almost get the place to yourself, making it feel like a true hidden gem. One of the highlights of Wynyard Gardens is no doubt the rose collection. This is where visitors often find themselves stopping to linger, surrounded by colour and fragrance. The rose garden is set out in a series of formal beds, framed by neat hedging and pathways that guide you around. Each bed showcases different varieties: Old English roses, modern hybrids, climbers and ramblers, creating a patchwork of colour. Some of these roses are trained along the arches, and so when they're in full view, you can walk beneath the cascades of petals. What makes this space so enjoyable is not just the visual spectacle, but also the sensory experience. On a still day, the air is heavy with scent. Each variety has its own character, some light and delicate, others rich and heady. Gardeners often say you could spend hours here comparing the different fragrances, and I have to say I would agree. The rose garden is a photographer's dream, whether you're after close-up shots of individual blooms or sweeping views of colourful beds. There's no shortage of inspiration here. Now let's talk about the heart of Wynyard, the wall gardens. Covering a vast area, it's one of the largest wall gardens in the north of England. Originally, spaces like this were designed to supply the estate with fruit, vegetables and cut flowers. So the tall brick walls weren't just decorative, they served a practical purpose, creating a warm microclimate that allowed more tender plants to flourish. Some even had heating systems built into them, with pipes running around the wall to protect the delicate fruits like peaches and figs. Today, Wynyard's wall garden has been reimagined as a place for visitors to enjoy. The layout is structured but full of life, long borders overflowing with perennials, topiary adding formality, and wide lawns giving a sense of openness. In the summer, the beds are a riot of colour, carefully designed for continuous interest. One of the joys of the wall garden is how immersive it feels. Once you step inside, the world outside disappears. The high walls create a sense of seclusion, almost like stepping back in time. You can imagine Victorian gardeners hard at work, tending to the rows of vegetables, or training fruit trees against the brickwork. There are also little seating areas dotted around, perfect for taking a moment to soak it all in. Whether you're a keen gardener looking for inspiration, or someone who simply enjoys a peaceful stroll, the wall garden is a space you don't want to rush through. No garden is complete without the sound of water, and Wynyard is no exception. Within the grounds you'll find elegant fountains and small pools to add to the sense of calm. The central fountain in the wall garden is particularly striking, and a classic stone design surrounded by seasonal planting. On a hot summer's day, the gentle trickle of water is refreshing, and you'll often see visitors pausing here to take photos or simply sit on the nearby benches to enjoy the fountain. Water features like these not only provide atmosphere, but they also attract wildlife. Birds come here to drink and bathe, while dragonflies hover over the surface. And it's another reminder that gardens are not just about people, they're also habitats for countless creatures. One of the unexpected joys of Wynyard Garden is the amount of wildlife you'll encounter during a visit. While the formal planting draws your eyes, if you slow down and listen, you'll notice a whole world of activity around you. Birdsong fills the air, particularly in spring and summer. Robins dart across the pathways. Blackbirds turn over soil looking for worms, and wrens flit in and out of hedges. The mature trees on the estate provide a habitat for woodpeckers, owls, and even kestrels. The flower borders are buzzing with life. Bees, butterflies, and hoverflies all are making nectar-rich planting. It's a reminder of how important gardens like Wynyard are for supporting biodiversity. The combination of formal borders, wider areas, and water features create a varied landscape that appeals to so many different species. If you're patient, you might even spot a squirrel in the trees or a dragonfly skimming over the ponds. For families and children, this adds another layer of interest. It's not just about the plants, but about the living, breathing ecosystem that thrives here. Wynyard Gardens isn't just a place for a quiet stroll. It's also a venue for a variety of seasonal events and activities. In warmer months you'll find outdoor theatre productions, from Shakespeare's plays to family-friendly performances, while sitting in the gardens in the summer evening surrounded by flowers while the actors perform against this beautiful backdrop. There's also gardening workshops and plant fairs where you can pick up tips from experts or even take a piece of Wynyard home to plant in your own garden. For families, seasonal activities such as Easter egg hunts or Christmas trails add a playful touch, making the gardens an appealing day out for all ages. Special events like open-air concerts or food festivals bring the place to life, transforming it from a peaceful retreat into a buzzing hub of culture and community. Now let's talk about what it's actually like to visit Wynyard Gardens. When you arrive, you'll find ample parking and a welcoming entrance. Tickets are reasonably priced, and once inside you can stay as long as you like. In fact, if you pay for admission, you'll get a year's membership. Wandering at your own pace, there's a sense of openness here. You're not rushed. There's plenty of benches dotted around for when you want to rest. The pathways are well maintained, making it accessible for prams and wheelchairs. Though like any historic garden, some areas can be slightly uneven. Staff are friendly and knowledgeable, happy to answer questions or point you in the right direction if you're looking for a particular feature. Facilities include clean toilets, a gift shop, and of course a cafe. No garden visit would be complete without a stop off at the cafe, and Wynyard is a real treat. Set in a stylish airy space, it offers everything from light lunches to homemade cakes, and the menu makes good use of local produce. There are vegetarian and vegan options available. On a sunny day, sitting outside with a pot of tea and a slice of cake is a perfect way to round off your visit. Many visitors make a ritual of walking the gardens and treating themselves to something indulgent in the cafe. There's also a handy spot to warm up in colder months. Imagine coming in from a frosty walk to a steaming mug of hot chocolate. For those who want to take something home, the gift shop offers plants, seeds and gardening gifts, so you can take a little piece of woodland back to your own home. Wynyard Gardens is a paradise for photographers. Whether you're an amateur with a smartphone or a professional with full kit, there's inspiration at every turn. The rose garden offers close-up opportunities for detailed shots, while the wall garden provides sweeping views that capture the grandeur of the space. Seasonal changes mean there's always something new to photograph. Crisp frosty mornings, blazing autumn colours, or vibrant summer blooms. But beyond photography, Wynyard is simply a place to relax. Many visitors find it restorative, a chance to step away from the noise of daily life and just be present within nature. Whether you're sitting quietly on a bench, listening to the fountain, or strolling hand in hand with a loved one, the gardens invite you to slow down. I hope you have enjoyed my review of Wynyard Gardens, and I hope you have enjoyed the journey as much as I have. What makes Wynyard special isn't just its size or its planting, but the atmosphere. It's a place where history, nature and design come together, offering both inspiration and tranquillity. Whether you're here to admire the roses, take photos, learn about gardening or simply unwind, there's something deeply restorative about these gardens. For me, Wynyard feels like a hidden gem, well loved by those who know it and where it is, but still retaining a sense of seclusion. It's a reminder of how lucky we are in the UK to have access to so many historic gardens and beautiful green spaces. So if you're ever in the northeast, put Wynyard Gardens on your list. Take time to wander slowly and let the colours, scents and sounds wash over you. Thank you for joining me on this tour. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment below sharing your experiences of Wynyard or any other gardens you think I should visit in the future. Until next time, happy exploring.